Hi, besties. Welcome to the Feral Fiction Podcast, where dark romance meets zero chill.
Where red flags are aesthetic, morally gray men are our love language, and our therapists have questions.
If you've ever thrown your Kindle, developed a parasocial relationship with a fictional assassin, or said, maybe I can fix him, congratulations, you're in the right place. Hey, everyone, and welcome back to the Feral Fiction Podcast. I'm Ariel.
And I'm Laura. And tonight we're doing a deep dive on chapters 20 to 39 of He Sees You When You're Sleeping by Alta Hensley.
We'll start off with a summary of each chapter, play a game of red flag, green flag, discuss our thoughts, and read the book overall. Our chapter summaries may be scripted, but our thoughts are unfiltered.
Let's dive on in. So we start off in this half of the book in chapter 20 with Jack being pervy on shift at the fire station. He just can't help watching Chloe on the nanny cam. He watches as she wakes from a light sleep and messages as Winter Watcher. She messages Winter Watcher on Dark Secrets. Chloe shares that she's got an exhibitionist streak. It's getting hot and heavy, and then Jack is called away for an emergency.
Chapter 21, Chloe invites Winter Watcher to the Naughty or Nice holiday event, asks him out to a sex club. She arrives with Sloane and is soon approached by the man himself, masked and cloaked, exactly as she described in her fantasy. He leads her to a room with a window where clubgoers are watching them.
In chapter 22, Jack is having the meal of his life in the exhibition room. Chloe, lost to her pleasure, cries out Jack's name and immediately freezes. She recovers with a smart comment about jacking off, and our kinky kids resume their playtime, both of them eventually arriving, and they part ways, both seemingly satisfied.
Chapter 23, Jack wrestles with his inner Jekyll and Hyde after leaving Chloe in the club. He wants to make sure she gets home safe and waits until she emerges from the club alone. He follows her all the way to his apartment. He watches confused as she calls him as Jack, and she gets let down when he doesn't answer. Jack resolves to tell her the truth tomorrow.
In chapter 24, our girl Chloe is feeling torn between Jack and Winter Watcher, although both have seemingly ghosted her. Sloane calls, and Chloe spills her guts about the evening at the club. Sloane encourages her to be honest with both Winter Watcher and Jack about her feelings. The girls are chatting when Chloe gets a message from Winter Watcher asking to see her again.
Chapter 25, Jack watches Chloe work on the nanny cam. As she finishes her day job and transitions to her Dark Secrets gig, Jack is jealous, and just before she shows off the kitty to her followers, he puts a stop to it by messaging her as Winter Watcher and telling her she'll get punished if she shows any more. She teases her followers with the possibility of a live show with her mystery man, and then ends her stream and messages Winter Watcher privately, hearing more about his fantasies. They make plans for Winter Watcher to come to her house for Christmas Eve. His instructions are clear. Be waiting for him in nothing but a blindfold, and he'll fulfill all her wildest dreams.
In chapter 26, Jack makes plans as himself with Chloe for Chinese food and a movie at her place. He intends to tell her about the stalking, but true to form, chickens out.
Chapter 27, Tonight is the Night. Winter Watcher is coming to Chloe's house and our girl is pressed. She's scrambling, trying to clean and decorate and double check her grooming. She gets into her costume, aka nothing but her blindfold, remember that, and waits. And finally, Winter Watcher arrives.
Chapter 28, Jack takes his time with Chloe, building up the heat until neither of them can stand it anymore. In the throes of passion, Jack removes Chloe's blindfold, revealing his identity. And how does our girl Chloe react? She's pleasantly surprised, but wonders how he knew Black as Chloe was her alter ego.
Chapter 29, Jack and Chloe clear the air about their online interactions. Jack makes good on his promises to appear with her on Dark Secrets, and they give their audience the show of a lifetime.
In chapter 30, Jack and Chloe lounge in bed. They talk and exchange Christmas presents, and Jack invites her to Christmas dinner at the fire station. They fall asleep, cuddled together like the sickening little lovebirds they are. As Jack gets up in the morning to leave for work, he puts out a plea to the universe to not let him mess up.
Chapter 31. Chloe arrives at the fire station for Christmas dinner. Jack introduces her to his colleagues and their families, who are all pleased that Jack has finally found someone. The fire crew gets called away, and Chloe spends some extra time with the rest of the families in attendance. When the crew returns to the station, Jack shows Chloe around a fire engine.
In chapter 32, Chloe and Jack meet up at the coffee shop, but pretty quickly head over to Jack's apartment nearby for some fun. Chloe admits to Jack that she's never popped her backdoor cherry, and she wants him to be her first. He obliges, and the pair admit that they're falling for each other.
Chapter 33. Chloe is on cloud 9 about Jack when Sloane texts her that they need to meet about something work-related. Chloe is anxious and heads out to meet with Sloane at their favorite bar. Sloane admits that she looked up Chloe's Dark Secrets account on her work computer, and an audit was run on her computer during the holidays. Guess who? Tyler says he covered for her, but now he knows about Chloe's profile and says he spotted a moth to the flame piece of jewelry in one of her videos. Chloe is worried about her job, rightfully so, and the girls come up with a plan to keep Tyler quiet.
Chapter 34. Chloe arrives home on edge from the revelation that her job is in jeopardy. She runs into her neighbor, Mr. Haven, who reveals that Jack had fixed her fire alarm. Chloe connects the dots when she enters her home to find that Jack has stocked her fridge for the impending snowstorm. Chloe hears a sound outside her window and, like the first person to die in a horror film, approaches the window to find out what it is. She locks eyes with Jack, who then comes to the door to explain himself.
Chapter 35. Chloe finally exhibits some self-preservation skills and talks to Jack through a crack in the door, kitchen knife in hand. Jack spills his guts about pulling Chloe from the car accident, stalking her for 2 years, the nanny cam in her bedroom, everything. She tells him that she never wants to see him again. Jack drives home, blinded by tears, through a severe snowstorm, only to be called into work at the station. What terrible luck.
In chapter 36, our girl Chloe spirals. She deletes her Dark Secrets account and bashes the crap out of her fire alarm to destroy the camera. She gets a message from Tyler telling her to report to the office immediately, despite the snowstorm. She gets to the office and instantly the vibes are off. Tyler threatens her job unless she gives him a private Dark Secrets style show. She tells him to kick rocks and he lays hands on her. She runs, he chases, and not in a fun way, but like a really nefarious way. The situation is dire when suddenly Jack busts out of the elevator throwing hands. Jack threatens Tyler with prison time if he doesn't resign his position at Moth to the Flame, effective immediately.
Chapter 37. Despite having literally saved her, Chloe asks Jack to back off with one of my favorite quotes. I literally told you to stop stalking me.
In chapter 38, Chloe feels conflicted about the Jack situation. She and Sloane discuss Jack's antics and the will they won't they situation Chloe and Jack find themselves in. Chloe takes a walk and finds herself outside Jack's fire station, and the stalkee becomes the stalker. She trails him to a new coffee shop where they end up chatting, and Chloe admits she wants to be with Jack.
Chapter 39. Chloe and Jack have made their way back to the Naughty and Nice Club for New Year's Eve. In true exhibitionist style, they get after it right out in the open. But right before the climax, Chloe asks to go home so they can save it for each other. Jack then enters Chloe's house through the window and carries her to bed. The end! We made it! We made it, everybody! We got to the end of the book! It was rough.
And
but
let me
we're
tell
here.
you, it was a ride.
It was rough. Oh my God. I'm glad we made it so that we can talk about the whole thing with everybody. Oh,
Oh my
jeez.
gosh. Well, I hated it.
I know we were so nervous because we were like, oh my gosh, what if Alta watches this? Alta, I would like an apology. I, I love you, and I know that this is not you. I know that you can do better than this. I feel it in my soul.
Here's the other thing. I made a TikTok about this earlier this week. If I, as a book reviewer, a reader, what have you, am talking about your characters as the author. Please know that at this point, the book has been published. You no longer have creative control over those beasties, and they have taken on a life of their own. So you are no longer responsible for their choices.
Mhm.
And these kids made some crazy choices.
They did. I think that they made crazy choices, and I think the writing also crazy. I will go out on a limb to say that, but also I feel like we're girls. Don't be mad at me. We're locked in. I also want to read more of your books just because I want to get a better picture. So don't hate me. I love you.
All right, should we go to feral moment of the week?
What's yours? What drove you feral about? You can bring up the whole book or just these chapters since I know we said like nothing drove us feral last chapter.
Yeah, I don't think anything really like drove me super feral, but can we just talk about our boy Jack being so willing to participate in a live show?
Oh my gosh. I was like, Jack, Jack is so weird.
And he goes, "Oh,
Like,
you promised your followers a live show. Let's do it, girl."
like put me on camera. And okay, one of the things that I question the room whenever they go and do the do in the room and naughty or nice. Did he hire these people? Where did you get these people to watch you guys do the nasty? Or did you have to book this room? Did you reserve this room?
Yeah, for real. Did you do it
Like,
under your government name?
right. Did you reserve this? Did you call people up and say, come watch me and this girl have sex? Like, did you, were there people already watching? Like, is this something that you walk into and you're like, aha, it's our turn? Like, how does that work? I feel like I would like more context on that.
If you've ever had this experience in real life, please send us a DM on
Yes,
TikTok because we
we
need
won't
to
say anything.
understand.
We
Yeah,
need to
no
know.
names. No names, bestie, but like, please tell us.
We need to
Educate us.
know because I'm like, that's just what? How did you do that? How did you set this up?
Not him going in there and like calling with his a full government name. And my driver's license number is, and my social
Yeah,
security
yeah.
number is.
And I would like to reserve your sexiest room
I
and
would like to
also 30
reserve the room with a
observers.
window, please.
Yeah. And also I'd like to book 30 of your finest watchers. Like,
Your
weird.
finest watcher. Employed by the club, of course.
Employed by the club. In the club, we all fam. That's literally what they said.
And
They
that's
said,
what
what?
he said. He goes, "We all fail."
We all fam.
Did
My
anything drive you feral this week?
nothing drove me completely feral. I feel like probably my favorite unhinged scene would be that of them in the club with the watchers. I feel like that was pretty good, pretty unhinged. Not crazy unhinged, but pretty, that was probably the most feralish thing.
What about in the club in the last chapter where they're just like, "Yeah, it's cool. We'll just like bang it out on the dance floor."
I'm like, on the dance floor, why? Why don't you go back to your room? Why don't you go back to, or is there
Get
like a
back to your
balcony?
window room.
Yeah, where's like the rooftop bar? That's more so what Chloe wants. Like, I don't know what to say about these people.
Listen, like I said, I'm not one to yuck anyone's yum, but I will have questions. And Jack, sir, I have questions.
Okay, pretend that I'm Jack. What are your questions?
Have you considered counseling?
Never. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm a horrible person.
No more. For real, he's like Jekyll and Hyde over here. Like, I have to watch Chloe. I can't watch Chloe.
Every single chapter. Yeah, and I think that's what one of my biggest pet peeves was in this book was that Jack could not just like stand 10 toes down on the fact that he was a stalker. He always was like sick to his stomach or had a copper taste in his mouth or was like about to cry because he knew it
Your
was
dad all in back to
wrong.
the truck.
Yeah, literally his Mr. Krabs ran ding, 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 all the way back to his truck. Like he just was I'm like, you know what? One of my favorite stalkers, which probably is everyone's favorite stalker when they think of a stalker romance, is Zayd Meadows.
And
And
he stands 10 toes down on that.
10
He's
toes
like,
down.
oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Here's a box of
He's
paint.
like, I'm outside your window. I'm finna come in. And she's like, no, you're not. And he's like, boom, I'm
He said,
inside your house. Like,
no.
stand 10 toes down on it. Be a stalker. Maybe bring a weapon with you.
Yeah, okay. And you know what? That's another thing I have to say. Why was the only one with a weapon Chloe?
And she didn't even do shit with that weapon.
For
Excuse
real.
my French. She ain't do nothing with that
There
weapon.
was just a little bit of self-preservation there. She wasn't going to be the first person to die in this horror movie, but she definitely would have been the second.
Because the first one to die would have been Sloane. Because why are you opening these websites on your work computer?
Corporate America 101. You do not search PORN on your work computer. What?
No, literally. I honestly, when I read that part, I was like, Sloane is a little sus. Like, I don't know. If you
Actually, was thinking earlier today when I was thinking about this that I was going to ask you who your favorite character was. So I was thinking about mine. And I was going to say that my favorite character was Sloane, but then I was like, but my girl,
I know.
she has one brain cell.
Literally one. I feel like the whole situation with Tyler would not have happened if she could have just dropped it like Chloe asked her to. Like if
Or like,
you
turn off your Wi-Fi and search it on your phone, girl. You got a
I
computer in your
know.
pocket.
A VPN maybe? Like I don't know. Like she literally if you would tell me, "Oh my gosh, I have this like super secret thing that I'm doing, but like I just want it to stay private for now." I'd be like, "Amazing. I love that for you." And I wouldn't
For
keep
real.
digging and digging and digging until I found it.
And Chloe explicitly asked her not to look it up.
She
What did she
did.
do? And she did.
That's why I'm like Sloane is giving kind of sus vibes. Like, I thought you were
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be one of my really good friends, and you're specifically going against what I asked you to, and now you almost give me essayed
Yeah,
because of
for
it.
real. For
Ugh.
real. Sloane did not feel bad enough about that, by the way.
No, she didn't. She didn't. I feel like there was such fake remorse coming from her. Like, and then her, like, trying to come up with a story to cover it up. Like, no, girl, I need you to, like, get yourself fired for me. I don't know.
Sloane is not a girl's girl.
No, not at all. Which is why I'm also kind of hesitant to read the next book because I'm like, it's
Because it's
about
about her.
Sloane. And I'm like, do I really want to know about you?
So, but when I read the little like excerpt that was at the end of this book, I kind of felt like it was giving me Twisted Lies vibes.
I haven't read that one.
You should. I think you'd like that one.
Okay. I read the little excerpt and I feel like I would like it. However, I was bamboozled by this book because I also felt like I would like this one.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't
I have been led astray, hoodwinked, bamboozled.
know.
Wool has been pulled over my eyes. I have been just duped. Played like a fool.
Oh no.
However you would like to call it. Have been played.
Oh no.
People, I promise I'm really nice. I feel like
She really
I
is.
I feel like people are gonna watch this, even the author, and be like, she's so mean. And I promise I'm really nice. I just have very specific things that I like in a book.
Oh man. All right, red flag, green flag.
Ugh.
For anybody who's new to our podcast, red flag, green flag is a segment where your feral hosts rate character actions and then debate if they are, in fact, red flags or green flags. Oh my god, I can't
I
stop laughing.
I have, because I have one that is, I don't think you're expecting me to say this one.
Oh god, okay.
Red flag or green flag? Mr. Haven telling Chloe about Jack and breaking into her house. Is Mr. Haven a red flag or a green flag? I know the answer to this, but I just thought it was so funny. I was like, that's just so out of pocket.
Listen, okay, yellow flag.
Hmm.
Because, on the one hand, first of all, sir, why are you giving out a key to her house to somebody who she supposedly just met in front of you
Right,
like a week ago?
right.
No. No. Sorry, sir. You can change the battery in the smoke alarm when she's home.
Exactly.
So, yellow flag, because no, that was not cool, but also, I don't know, I feel like him just a little old man.
And he's a cute little old man.
It's just like,
I
oh,
got
Jack
it.
was so helpful. Yeah, Jack was helpful. He helped me straight off a cliff.
Literally. I got a lash lift today, and so I'm not supposed to be getting my lashes wet, so I'm like trying to stop up my tears. I'm like,
I'm
ugh,
sorry, I won't make you laugh anymore.
no, I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, hang on, I have to think of one. Okay. Red flag. Red flag or green flag? Jack stocking Chloe's fridge with groceries before the snowstorm.
Mhm. Ooh, I feel like it depends on the point in the story. I will go with yellow flag because I can go either way. I feel like if it was earlier in the story, green flag, because Chloe wouldn't even be like second guessing it. She'd be like, "Oh, how nice. He like
Mhm.
found a way in it." But I think because it came at the moment where she figured out that he's stalking him, it presents as a really big red flag.
Mhm.
So, I don't know. Cuz I feel like if my fiance, which my fiance and I move things along pretty quickly in our relationship. So he maybe not within like a week of dating, but probably within the first month, he probably would have been able to find his way into my apartment or like have a key or something. Um
Find his way into
find his
your
way and
apartment.
he would come with a weapon, you know, that like
Not
those
Zach
types of
just being
things.
like, hey, can you let me in?
Yeah, that could be like, Mr. Haven, come on in here. Um I feel like he would probably do something like that and then like leave. So I feel like that's not super crazy, but also they haven't known each other for very long, and I don't know. There's just a lot going on. I'm gonna put yellow flag.
And him not supposed to be able to get into her house.
I know. I don't know you guys, because like I said, I do like a stalker moment.
But also, this kind of goes along with the whole, oh, I have a stalker and he's shoveling my driveway. Girl, shut up.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh no, Jack broke into my house and gave me groceries that I didn't have to pay for or go get or put away.
right. In
Oh
this
no.
economy, I'd be like, yes, sir.
For real. Oh, hey, you want to move in?
And next time, bring me an extra bottle of wine.
Correct. Don't forget the hot mustard.
Period. Okay, let's see what my next one is. Ooh, okay. Oh no, I don't know if I like that one. Okay, let's start with my first thought and then I'll come up with another one because I'm not 100% on this one. But red flag or green flag? Chloe calling out Jack's name when she was with Winter Watcher and then like taking it back.
Mm, okay. Oh, I feel like that's a red flag. Sorry, Chloe. Mm, yeah. Especially, okay. Yeah, that's a red flag. Because even if you had some kind of like subconscious, like awareness, hope out to the universe, whatever, vibes, I don't know, like, that's not cool. That's questionable.
I agree. I was like, I don't know about you. I don't think I've ever said the wrong person's name whenever I am having relations.
Never either.
Um, I never have either. I'm like, how do you get so lost in the sauce that you're like saying the wrong person's name? Like, she's just like, oh my gosh, I was so down bad.
In the sauce.
She was lost in the sauce. She was lost in Winter Water sauces.
Other way around.
He was indeed lost in her sauces. The sauces got mixed up and created a bad reaction in her brain because she was like, Jack, Ingo. And I was like,
She tried to be real slick about it too, and she just couldn't.
real slick. And the fact that, like, Winter Watcher Jack, I don't know what to call him. The fact
Jekyll and
that
Hyde.
Winter Watcher Jack was like, did she call my name? Like, so it was noticeable. And then he was like, maybe she didn't. No, she did.
No, yeah, and she did.
Oh, she did.
Yeah. And then, and then he follows her, and he's like jealous that she's gonna go to his apartment after she leaves. Like, bro, it's you.
It's
You're
you.
the
It's like, it makes me think of that meme with the Spider-Man and
same.
they're all pointing at each other like this. Yeah. It's like, I can't believe you're stealing my girl, but it's all Jack in different forms of his identity.
Or that girlfriend meme where the guy's looking behind, but
Yeah, yeah.
instead the girls are both Jack.
It's just Jack.
Literally. Oh god. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna go for a low hanging fruit here. Red flag or green flag? Tyler subscribing to Chloe's Dark Secrets.
Oh, red flag, red flag,
Low
red
hanging fruit.
flag,
Low hanging
red.
fruit.
And if you think it's a green flag, you need to message us because I need to know. I have some.
You're gonna be put on trial here just a little bit, and you're gonna have to explain yourself on that one.
We openly welcome all opinions and all thoughts and all vibes. We may not
But be
agree with them.
nice because we're sensitive.
Yeah, be nice. I know you may want to try to be mean to me because I can be a little mean sometimes, but be nice and we welcome all opinions. I just want to hear if you think this is a green flag. Why? Because Tyler himself is a red flag.
Yeah, if you think anything that Tyler does is a green flag, I don't even care. No. Snickerdoodle cookies for Chloe? Mm-mm. Red flag. Don't care.
I feel like I need to start a count of when I feel like people run away like Mr. Krabs. Like I feel like Tyler ran away from Jack like Mr. Krabs and like like
Oh yeah,
skedaddled.
100%. 150%.
And see, I think that is why I think that's one of the reasons why I don't really like Jack is that I just see him as such a like I don't want to say a mean word. Let me think of a nice way to describe him. I almost said
He's a
loser, but
wimp. He's a wimp.
he's a wimp. Okay, I was about to say I almost said loser, but
No,
like
he's a wimp. Like,
he is a
okay.
wimp.
I mean, okay, yeah, like, I guess he's a firefighter. He can't just, like, exactly go around punching out people all the time, but,
Yeah.
bro, did you not see what he was doing to your girl?
Yeah,
What do
like
you mean his face still looks like a face?
yeah. What do you mean you're threatening to call the police? Call him right now. I want to see
Do
him with
it.
my own two eyes.
Bet.
Actually, handcuff him yourself. Like I don't know.
Citizens arrest him.
It's excuse me, I made a citizen's arrest.
Just Jack holding on to Tyler's hands with his knee in his back, and Chloe's like,
Oh my god. If anyone would like to make a citizen's arrest with me around so that I can see how you make a citizen's arrest, I would like to witness it.
we're gonna call it research for the pod, okay? So if you
Yeah.
could, if this has happened to you, also, DM us on the Tiki Taki and tell us because we need the information.
I also, if you've been on the end of a citizen's arrest where you've gotten arrested, I
What was
also
your experience?
I also need your POV because I need to know what happened.
Can you rate it 0 to 5, please?
I know. I need to
What's your
know
experience?
was a knee in your back? Did you get charges filed? Like I need all the info. I'm gonna mess up my lash lift. This is too funny.
Okay. Are we are we surviving Jack this week?
I'm doing more than surviving Jack. I'm citizens arresting him for the pain he put me through.
I feel the real question is actually, well, actually there's two questions. Are we surviving Tyler this week? And are we surviving our girl Chloe this week?
Okay. Are we surviving Tyler this week? Yes. Frankly, because if you say come to the office right now and it's a snowstorm.
Also, it appears to have been after hours.
Yeah.
So,
No
girl,
way.
like I said, you might not be the first person to die in this horror film, but you're gonna be the second.
Yes. If I get a text from Tyler saying, "Come to the office right now, I'm going to send you a car," I also will be sending him a car with blue and red wee woo lights. I'm not going. Who's going to meet you is the police, not me. Like, so I think I would survive him solely for that fact, but whatever he does when he gets out of jail, I might not.
Yeah. He gives preppy, privileged boy vibes. Wherein him serve. What was that guy's name? Brock Turner. He gives Brock Turner.
Oh. Oh, dang. I couldn't agree more. Um,
Because what do you mean he's only going to serve 3 months?
literally. Yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe when he gets out of prison, we probably would be the first people that he would come for. So I
Yeah.
probably would not survive that. But
I
literally I
would
would.
have. I would have been moving somewhere else.
I'm going into witness protection. What do you mean? My life is in danger. Like,
Are we surviving Chloe?
yes, absolutely.
Because what do you mean she's gonna trip over her own feet and like get herself with her kitchen knife?
No, literally. Like, I think if there's anyone in here can survive, it's Chloe. You could lure
No
Chloe,
self-preservation skills at
like
all.
you could lure Chloe into being killed by you while she's trying to kill you. Like you can convince Chloe to get herself like she really just doesn't want to stay alive and unharmed.
She's like, oh, there's a noise outside my window that I'm pretty sure is locked. Let me go look and see what it is. Girl, what? A window not keeping anybody out.
Right. And then the fact that you live on a ground floor, right? You live in a house and you just keep your windows wide open, no fence, no nothing. You just keep your blinds open. You know.
For real.
I live on the second floor and I keep my blinds closed. The birds are not about to stare at me while I'm in my room. Like, no, there's no way you can watch me while I'm in here.
Mm-mm.
Just don't know.
Mm-mm.
I think we survive in her 1,000 times, and I think we could take her on top of that.
Okay, how did our predictions work out for us?
I honestly don't even remember my predictions. If we're being quite honest, I probably should have written them down last time.
I thought about writing it down when I was like writing out the flow of what we were gonna say. Um, but then I didn't. I remember that my prediction was that Chloe was gonna lose her job,
Oh, yeah.
but she didn't. I did predict that Tyler was gonna be a problem and Jack was gonna save the day.
You did. You did
For
predict that. You did.
points for me.
You guys, I told y'all my memory is so bad, and I honestly do not remember what I predicted. I feel like it was probably incorrect, so we're just gonna go with that. I do feel like I also thought that Tyler would be a problem because they were setting him up to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I did say that Jack was going to come clean. I don't know how I predicted that Chloe would react. I don't think anyone could have predicted how Chloe would react.
No, I don't think Chloe could have predicted how Chloe would react. Let's go back to red flag, green flag for a minute because I thought of another one. When Chloe ends up stalking Jack to this new coffee shop.
Okay,
What are we doing?
okay. I If it was anyone else but Chloe, I'd say yellow flag because I just think it would be a yellow flag with someone else. With Chloe, it's a red flag because you know that you dislike someone stalking you. Let me go back to my favorite quote of the whole book. I told you to stop stalking me. And now you're doing the same thing and you're realizing that you're doing the same thing and you're like, I just can't stop myself. So I think it's a red flag. I think Chloe herself is a red flag.
I have been so I started annotating books just for you guys. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take the applause. Um and so I annotated in chapter 38 where she says, "I'm stalking my stalker," and I annotated it and I put a note there. I was like, I don't want to hear any complaints then, girl. Like
None, none. I don't want to hear any. And my problem is that I actually really liked like the flip of like her becoming the stalker.
Mhm.
I just didn't like the people. Like I'm like, imagine in if we would have like a Josh and Allie moment where Allie
Mhm.
became the stalker for a second, or like Zayden, what's her name? I don't even
Adeline
you guys.
character.
You guys, it's 11:17 p.m. where I am, and I feel like I'm half asleep right now. And also, we both
She
work
does it
with
for
children.
y'all.
Yes, we both work with children, and it is sick season. So
Yeah.
I've been stuffy, and the kids at work just are like, "Blah," all over me. A child bit my kneecap today. So let
Oh
that sink
no.
in that I do that during the daytime and I come back and I do this at 11 p.m. with my bestie because we're fun.
Oh yeah, you
Um,
got me yawning.
But like Zayd and Addie, just imagine like a flip stalker moment where Addie's like outside of his house. Like I feel like with the right
If
setup
she
and
could
the
find
right
it.
right, like I feel like with the right setup and the right characters, it could be so good and it could be so like
But Chloe's just bad at it. Like she's like, okay, like I'm gonna follow him. Oh, he went to this imposter coffee shop. Girl, why are you mad?
right,
Why are you mad? And then she's like, oh, I'm gonna go in there.
right. I feel like they're both perfect for each other in the ways that they're both wimpy and annoying.
No self-preservation. I honestly thought we were gonna get like, oh, Jack's a firefighter, he's gonna be in mortal danger kind of a moment, and we didn't, and I'm sad about that.
We did not. They totally downplayed his firefighter abilities.
The only thing that really came into play that was anything remotely related to being a firefighter was yanking our girl out of this crash and having to be awake and around at odd times.
Mhm. I feel like this is like totally off topic, but I feel like this book could have had so much more to it. Like I just feel like it was very surface level and I was lacking. Like I feel like when you talked about him pulling her out of the car accident and everything, like why can't we
We
get like a flashback?
Right, we had a flashback opportunity and we didn't get to see it.
Yeah, like, and I know he mentioned it throughout, like, oh, you were wearing like this color coat, you were in shock, but like, why can't we see like her point of view, like, oh my gosh, everything goes black, and then I wake up in the hospital, and, or like,
Or even just his point of view, but like an actual flashback, not like,
yeah,
oh, I'm recalling that this thing happened, but it wasn't like, oh, I have a memory of this. It was
yeah, yeah, I would like a, like, oh my goodness, like, there's three people in the car, look at how these two people look, oh my gosh, I have to pull her out, like, I need like a play-by-play of what happened that
for
night.
real.
Or like there was another part where I was like, I feel like I just want more. I already talked about the watchers in the club. Like they could have that could have expanded on that. I just feel like there was a lot of time spent because I know we want to make the books like short and concise and not drag it on. But I feel like we spent so much time reading about Jack stalking and then feeling bad about it, stalking and then
Mhm.
feeling bad about it when we could have had more substance in other areas like Jack's work or, Chloe other than her, doing her day job and going to get coffee. Like, I don't
Right.
know. And then she
Yeah,
never
like
went back to Haley's, like, she never went back to her side gig.
right. There it was like a lot of, like you said, like surface level stuff that just wasn't very, like it wasn't explored, I didn't feel like.
I agree. Like, I feel like it could have been kept concise with more depth if we would have taken out some of
Right.
the
Like we
surface level
focused
stuff.
on the mundane,
Yes, I agree. That's a really good word for it.
which like daily life is mundane. I get that. But I don't want to read about it.
Yeah, I think I was really invested for our first half that we read,
Yeah.
and then
The
it
setup
I
was really good,
yes,
but
it
then the
was set.
execution was like lacking.
Yes. Have you seen that meme and it's like someone drawing a horse and it's like a
And then
really
the
well
back
drawn
half.
horse and then the back half is that's how I feel like this book went. Like it was set up really well and I was like, "Yes, yes, give me more." And then it's like that TikTok sound where it's like, "Go girl, give us nothing," cuz like it gave us like not much at the end.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly the way to describe it. Like I really wanted us to get like a flashback of what happened. Even like in the weeks after, even if he was to say like start his flashback at the hospital and be
Mhm.
like, "Oh my gosh, like I can't believe I just, responded to this accident where, you know, two out of the three people in this car are now like no longer with us, but this girl that I like came to the hospital with because she has nobody else now, like, oh my god, she's gorgeous, like, oh my gosh,
Mhm.
it makes me feel something." No, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh my gosh. Or um I've seen books. I can't remember. There was one book that did this really well, and I can't remember what it was because, as I've told you guys multiple times, my memory is horrible. But even if they started with, like, a description of the scene, and then we go into present day, and then we like get a flashback at the beginning of each chapter into like it, and then like go back to present day, I feel like even that would build more suspense because it's like, okay, I know
Right.
next chapter I'm gonna find out more about the accident, and then we'll jump to his present
Right.
day stalking. Like something
Right.
like that too would have tied it in pretty well.
Or like a prologue.
Yeah. Ooh, a prologue would be good. Maybe Alta, listen to me. Listen to me. I have an idea for you.
Look me
Maybe
right in the eyes.
look at me in the
Bonus
eye.
chapters. Flashback.
Again, I promise I'm not being mean to you on purpose. I love you. You're an author and you're amazing and you're just a sweet honey bun, amazing lady. Um, I think you should give us an extra chapter. I think you should print us a bonus chapter and give us the scene of the accident and shaboom.
Hmm.
There you go. I think I'd automatically give you an extra at least half a star on this book if we get a POV of scene of the accident.
That's a sign up for my newsletter and get the bonus chapter.
Oh, that's marketing gold. Alta, listen to us. We do this for you.
For free.
Yeah, for free. If you decide to make a bonus chapter, Laura and I will absolutely read it and make
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
that
We'll talk
it's
about it on the
fabulous.
pod.
Yeah.
Is that pretentious? Should I stop calling it that?
What?
DM us if you think that I should stop calling it the pod.
No, it makes it sound cool. I was gonna say we're cool moms, but I am not a mother at all to except to my cats and to my sourdough babies.
Hey, you're a sourdough mama.
That's right. Until I throw her in the oven.
Oh gosh. Okay. Spice rating overall.
I'll give it a solid 3.
I agree. I agree. Because we had some pretty steamy scenes.
Mm.
In the
We
second half, we had a lot more spice than the first half.
Yes, a lot more spice in the second half. I would like to see a little bit more creativity. Um,
What, you didn't like them getting after it on the dance floor?
yeah, I'm like, it was just kind of like meh, or maybe like
That's their
better
theme.
explanations. I don't know. I don't know. Also, one of my things that I don't like personally, this has nothing to do with the author or whatever. I don't like extensive backdoor things going on. I'm not a backdoor girly. I like everything front of the house. Wait, where's your camera?
There it is.
There you are. I was like, wait. Yeah, I like everything going on in the front, not the back. So I'm like, that scene, I was like,
Hey, but I will say I appreciate the fact that Alta took her time to say that there was preparation, because
yes.
a gripe I have a lot is that they're like, oh,
And they just
and
go
they
full
just did
speed
it
ahead.
for
Like,
real, like
couldn't be me.
nothing.
Yeah. So she did do that well. But I do feel like we got we got good spice. Could it have been spicier? Yeah. But was it bad spice? No.
Yeah, I agree with a solid 3 on the spice rating. 3 chili peppers. Overall stars.
I didn't think about this one, and I should have because I knew that we were filming tonight. But off the top of my head, a 2.
Oh, I'm gonna give it a
I
3.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Well, I'm a passenger princess reader. So until we get here and I'm like, yeah, you're right, and they didn't do that thing, and they didn't talk about that. I'm like, yeah, I'm like that, like Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal meme
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
he's just smiling.
Have you seen the TikTok trend right now where they're trying to sing that song like while they're muted and it's like, your daddy was home when you left. You're right. That's what I just thought of that. You do it. It's like your mama was home when you left. You're right.
No, I haven't.
I have to send it to you. It's so funny. But I am sticking with it too because I think, like I said last time, because we're deep diving this for the pod, I am hyper aware of like what
Mhm.
I like in the book and what I don't.
Yeah,
And there's more that I did not like than what I did like
yeah.
in both aspects of like the writing and how the book was laid out and in characters.
Hmm.
So that's me.
All right, we've come to our feral fan confession where we take your confessions from our TikTok DMs and read one out loud. But don't worry, bestie, we will never name names. So the one this week says, my feral fan confession for He Sees You When You're Sleeping is that I absolutely unapologetically wanted Jack to straight up annihilate Tyler when he attacked Chloe. Like, yes, Santa's hot enforcer, do a murder. Candy cane that man out of the plot. Yeah, girl, you get this. Yeah, you get it.
That's right, Farrell.
For real, Pharaoh fan. And I wanted Chloe to witness it, help him hide the body, and then make out over the shallow grave like a pair of morally compromised Christmas ornaments.
Yes, yes, yes.
You get
Farrell.
it, Pharaoh
Fan.
fan. You get it, girl. Like I said, there wasn't the only weapon in this whole book was Chloe's.
Yeah,
Jack has to have a standard issue axe or something. Am I right? If you're
yeah.
a firefighter, can you send us a DM and let us know? Do you get a standard issue axe like as part of your uniform and equipment? Because
Yeah.
I
Where do
feel
you
like that was
keep
a missed
said axe?
opportunity.
Do you keep said axe on your person? Do you keep said axe at the fire station? Have
Does
you
it come
ever tied
home with
anyone
you?
up? Yeah.
Is it
Have
like
you
your
ever tied
service
anyone?
weapon?
Yeah, right? Have you ever tied anyone up with a hose? Have you, put someone on the rung of the fire ladder? Like, I have all these ideas that
I have all these
could
ideas.
that could have been executed. And also weaponry. I agree, Feral fan. We need weapons. We need
We need weapons.
we need weapons. Do a murder was probably the
Do
best line of that whole thing. Literally, do a murder, get a weapon, hide the body. This is what we talk about dark.
Correct. Correct. I love how we're assuming that a firefighter is listening to our podcast.
Um, I would like to reach out and say, firefighters,
If you know a
come to the front.
firefighter, if you're dating a firefighter, if you're married to a firefighter, if you have a firefighter that's a family member, send them this episode so that they will DM us. Thanks. Any other thoughts about this one?
No, I think just overall, I feel like it could have been better than what it was. I am a little disappointed because I was really excited to get into it.
Mhm.
Um, wasn't the worst book I've ever read, so it is very tolerable.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely not the worst book I've ever read.
Yeah, it was very tolerable, but I do think there are things that could have made it better. But I like the idea, I like the thought,
Mm-hmm.
and next time maybe do a murder and have a weapon.
Two
And
things essential for a dark romance: do a murder and have a weapon.
yes, I think my quote that I will end this with from myself, and I think I said this in our last pod too, is that you can't just put porn in a novel and call it a dark romance. Like there needs to be a dark aspect to it, and nothing about this was dark other than the potential essay that was going to happen in Tyler's chapter.
Jack needed a little bit of a darker streak. Like, okay, he's kinky, but like
Yeah.
he didn't he didn't even send her hands in a box.
Yeah. Yeah. There was, kinks also to me do not equal dark. Dark is like paranormal, creepy, haunted, murder.
Murder.
Eek, eek, eek. Like when Michael Myers comes around the corner with his weapon, he's like, eek, eek, eek. That's what I need. But what are your final thoughts?
For being born and raised in New York, our girl Chloe, no self-preservation. And I have a thing about an FMC who is incapable. And I feel like Chloe's incapable at times. Like, I get it. Trauma. We all have trauma, girl. Maybe not that big, but like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I don't know. I just feel like you have no self-preservation. Like, we're gonna pick on our girl Feyre for a minute. If you come in here like a delicate little flower because you've been starving for 87 years, even though you're only like 19 years old, and then you commit a murder, and then you decide you want to like not be frail anymore, that's great. Do it up, girl. I'm all about empowerment.
Right.
But Chloe, Miss Girl, get a better job. Get a better job.
Right.
Make better
Maybe,
money.
yeah,
Take a
maybe get a
self-defense class.
job in general.
Take a self-defense class.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Anyway, I think that's what we got.
I think so too. How long have we been doing? Oh, we're doing really good.
When we started this, I don't listen to podcasts. I don't like to listen to podcasts, so it's kind of weird that like I'm doing one. I don't know. But when we first started this, I truly had no idea how somebody could do a podcast and talk about something for an hour. Here we are, having been recording for 54 minutes. So,
Because
I don't know.
we're feral book baddies.
That's
Yay.
how.
That's how.
All right. We have a poll up on our TikTok right now. It's at feral.fiction.pod. Follow us on TikTok. I'll put our QR code on the screen. You can follow us, DM us, like all our stuff, please. And we also have a post up that is a poll to help us decide which book to read next, because we need help to decide. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being feral with us. Again, Miss Alta Hensley, if you're listening, don't hate me.
All right. See you Friday.
See you Friday.